My adventure began when my friend Rodrigo invited me to the Azores tourist stand at Düsseldorf Boat Show to help him advertise his nautical charter in the Azores. So I catch a top fly, and fly straight to Horta, and just arrived there, I completely immersed myself in the beautiful island of Horta. The first things I want to see was the famous port of Horta, which all the murals made by sailors, multicolored and rich in history and story of all the sailors passed through this port. And this is the famous Peter Bar, where me and my friend Rodrigo drink the typical liquor of Azores. It's nice to be inside this bar and see all these gadgets hanging on the wall, stories of sailor and sea, beautiful, amazing. After a good beer, we moved to Portopin Whale Factory Museum, as you can see in the photos, to visit this fantastic location. Horta is the first port encountered crossing the ocean for all sailors arriving from the Americas. You can find a lot of shops, ship chandler, everything regarding watching. And here you can see the Steve Jobs yacht. It's a stark design, beautiful inside the port of Horta. On the horizon you can see the peak of Volcano. I met some people over there, and I met those people you can see in the photo. They are live aboard in the port of Horta, and they live there, very nice people. I enjoy a lot this company. So we make a lot of miles in 8 hours just to arrive to the island of São Jorge. And after 4 or 5 hours of sailing, we arrive in Velas, the harbor of Velas, where here Rodrigo moored his boat. And we were surprised for this fantastic sound. This bird is called cagarro, or scientific name Calonectris borealis. Is a very typical bird in the Azores archipelago, and the people know very well its sound. And here is Patagonia, the sailboat of Rodrigo. Beautiful. This is the center of Velas that we're walking around, and we rent a motorbike, travel all around the island. Rodrigo bring me in this fantastic place. You can see is a beach where you can swim in, and there are a lot of volcanic rocks. But the very original things of this place is the toilet. Yes, there are some toilet. Then when you open the door like this, you have a fantastic view. It's probably the best toilet in the world, and you can see all this fantastic scenery, a fantastic landscape. It's amazing. What struck me most is all this greenery. It seems like being in the Italian pre-Alps. There are a lot of cows, and the cheese and meat from Azores are very, very tasty, and probably are very famous for their quality and goodness. Okay guys, and speaking about food, now it's time to have a lunch. So me and Rodrigo, we stop in Casa de Pasto. We have a very nice meal before start our visits to the tuna fish factory. Catarina Tuna Factory uses sustainable fishing in the Azores. Polyline fishing is an artisanal method used in the Azores. It is certified as dolphin safe, a friend of the sea. The fishermen use a binocular to detect tuna, simulate a small fish with a shower, and use bait to attract tuna. This method allows selective fishing, preventing harm of the other species and reducing unnecessary catch compared to trawling. Before entering the Santa Catarina Tuna Factory, you need to dress type of protection to avoid contamination of the food. And this is the frozen tuna, and now is prepared to go straight on the oven, and there it will be cooked, and after that worked to be inserted in the cans. Here all the already cooked tuna fish, and now this is the laboratory with all the people work inside. You can see here the operation to cut the perfect and nice fillet to put in the can. This is the maximum quality tuna fish factory. This factory used the best artisanally couch tuna from the Azores, and they use the best cuts to can. And honestly, I want to try some. Here you can see the tuna covered with top quality olive oil. It's time to put the label by hand. This is good quality stuff, guys. It's not industrial tuna fish. This is very artisanally tuna fish, the best on the market. I enjoy a lot this visit of this factory, and finally understand how they make the tuna fish. So quality is the most important word you're looking for. Rodrigo and I, on the motorbike, we raced up and down the hill of São Jorge, and every curve a surprise of magnificent mountain landscape in the middle of fantastic Atlantic Ocean. A truly surreal situation, but exceptionally beautiful. The Azores Islands are a handful of green piers immersed in the Atlantic Ocean, a must to see. A steep descent on a very narrow road, it takes us down to the pebble beach of this beautiful village. You will see in a moment where we arrive. I was quite astonished of the beautiful landscape of this island, and the blue color of the Atlantic Ocean water is something fantastic. It gives you inside a very nice feeling of peace. It's nice to see that there are some houses for sale here. Would be great to transfer here to get a place where you can find your interior peace. Azores is for this. After having toured the length and breadth of the island of São Jorge by scooter, we decided to return to Horta with our boats. We sailed in a blue sea, pushed by a beautiful breeze that made us fly off at 10 knots. We passed just in front of the island of Pico and his fantastic Volcano, to then arrive to the harbor of Horta. Rodrigo is owner of RM 3080, is a 45-foot boat and is a blue water sailing yacht made by Fora Marine in France. It's made plywood epoxy. It's very elegant race and is capable of long cruises, such as circumnavigation or transatlantic ocean crossing in the best condition of speed, safety and comfort. The boat is very spacious and there is a lot of natural light. This is the chart table and navigation space with all the stuff you needed. This is the galley, a lot of space, very easy to move. And this is the library and the sofa and everything you need to very nice comfort on board. Those are the last days I spent to Azores. We work in the town, we work in the harbor, see all the boat, and all the people arrive from America and from Caribbean. And this is an interesting thing that happened 2 nights before I arrived. 2 boats sailing in the middle of Azores near Horta at night collided because the respective skippers were both asleep. They collided and the one who got the worst, it was the Jeannot Blue. But in the end they managed to reach the port of Horta and all was secured and safe. The day after, me and Rodrigo rent a motorbike and we decided to see the volcano eruption at the end of the island. As you can see here, you can see the fantastic landscape from the hill and you can see also the harbor of Horta just from the hill. And this is the Caldera. It's a circular shape with diameter of 2000 meters and 400 meters of deep. It is represent one of the most pristine patch of native forest in the Azores. And here we arrive at Capeliños Volcano. It's a remarkable experience. The landscape was formed by the 1975-1978 eruption that covered everything and make this suggestive landscape seems to be on Mars. It's incredible. You can stay hours looking around and seems to be in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Atlantic Ocean. Okay guys, this is the last image that I can show you, is the Pico Volcano. And now it's time to go back home and remember this fantastic adventure in the Azores island.